The Summer Campfire 2026. Now, we watched the video. Now we're going to check out the blog. Now, there seems to be more information in this blog. And the video was mostly just, we're doing this. Go read about it in the blog. So, here we fucking are. Let's have a look. We can skip that shit. I'm not activating cookies, so I don't know how to. And we've seen the roadmap so far. We know how it's going to go. And I believe it starts in that order. Blood Moon Rises. There's another video, is there? Okay. Do I need to watch these videos? Tuesday. 30th of June. So the update's happening a day early, because normally it's Wednesdays. Shit. Okay. Big. Alright, cool. We'll be live for that, so big. Watch on YouTube. Yeah, but what's the video? Oh no, that's from 4 months ago. I ain't watching that garbage. Come on. Alright, spoiler warning. The sections below discuss some of the quest rewards. Good, let's have a look. Alright, you need to do Sins of the Father. Night of the Theatre, 74 slate. This must be the new hardest quest in the game. Surely this goes beyond Desert Treasure 2, right? 74 Slayer, woodcutting, smithing. I've got all these, thankfully. Wow. 74s are pretty high. Quest encounters. You got Mod Rice. Vampires can smell fear. Oh, good. Bet it fucking stinks. That's some sick fucking artwork. Okay, my internet cannot handle that. That looks good, though. Inquisitors, panic by Inquisitors, he's wearing it. Difficulty can often be subjective, and the type of difficulty found in Blood Moon is very different to that of Desert Treasure 2. Our expectations that anyone capable of completing that will also find success here. Okay, cool. So it's a DT2 parallel. So completing it is only the beginning. The land unlocked through the quest Vampirium is packed with dangerous encounters, repeatable activities, and entirely new raids. From unsettling new creatures roaming the region, to skilling activities woven directly into this harsh landscape. There's a whole new world waiting to be explored. Okay, so what's this? We've got little bug boys. Alright. As players venture deeper into the Vampirium, they'll encounter entirely new skilling activities. Bloodwood trees offer a fresh woodcutting experience. Leechfin for fishing. And deadly stimfike. Stimfike. Stigma. Being new hunter challenge in the region. Alright, cool. Some more box traps. They look a bit fat for the boxes, but still. These activities aren't isolated distractions either. Resources gathered throughout Vampirium feed directly into the wider ecosystem, including powerful new ranged ammunition, upgrades, and equipment progression. So basically, you could spend your whole life here and never die, which is good. I like that. So, best in slot range amulet is coming with the Necklace of Rupture. A devastating new crush special attack weapon, the Crimson Kiston, which I think will far surpass the Dragon Claws if you run it with Inquisitors. Ammunition upgrade for arrows, so don't use dragon arrows until this comes out. And lots of resources and equipment tied directly to the region activities. So let's have a look at the Maggot King. Alright. He's an ugly fucker, isn't he? Wow. Okay. So survival will rely on quick repositioning, reacting to environmental threats, and adapting as the arena shifts, hazards spread, and pressure ramps up through the fight. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that. I might have to fucking pay attention. Griffin and Musper had a baby? Yeah, pretty much, eh? Without giving too much away except encounters that demand awareness just as much as damage output. Alright, so wrap up. After years of sacrifice, betrayal, and bloodshed, the Blood Moon Rises brings the long-running Marique storyline to a climatic closure. Okay. Whether you're preparing for danger, just don't care. Alright, cool. 30th of June. Strap in. We're locking in for that one, boys. It's happening. Summer Sweep Up. Back in 2024, we began releasing changes to the Game Jam project called Project Rebalance. Promise sweeping quality of life changes to parts of the game. So, next week we'll share a detailed blog on everything that we're eyeing up for this year. This is big, next week, okay. And that we're eager to hear your thoughts on. We've been inundated. Okay, with your suggestions over the last couple of weeks, and while we can't include absolutely everything, it is reassuring to see good numbers of those suggestions already on our short list. Alright, changes we'd like to make to various skilling methods, including some long overdue improvements to the core hunter training, which is big. Next year they're going to focus on mining and smithing, by the way, that's been confirmed. Gear rebalancing that focuses overwhelmingly on buffs to items that aren't living up to their potential, which tells me nothing about the shadows being touched. Improvements to common PvM pain points, including the infamous Red Prison. That's the Corrupted Gauntlet for those of you not in the know. What is a pain point in Corrupted Gauntlet? What's the pain point in the Corrupted Gauntlet other than going dry on an enhanced weapon seed? The only reason I can't figure out what the pain point is because I'm not dog shit at the content. Inquisitor's buffs. Probably no Inquisitor's buff Maybe, I doubt it. Does it need a buff? Rapier, 100%. They could do Rapier, true. The expensive membership cost, yeah, true. New agility shortcuts and improvements to existing ones and more. Okay. They don't probably, to be honest, they might do the shadow. They just wouldn't put it here so it doesn't fuck the economy immediately, I guess. Prep is a pain that most complain about. Okay, so it's a skill issue then. Gotcha. Makes sense. Losing 9 minutes of time for failing. Well, yeah, I mean, if that was the case, then you could argue the same thing for raids, right? So it's going to be gauntlet prep phase. My guess is less RNG. Probably double resources maybe, or one. I mean, it kind of is. I mean, you can kind of one-tick resources, but it might be one-tick resources. It might be, requiring less resources to make shit. Yeah, who knows? There's no way they let you skip it, so they'll just speed it up, I think. My money for gauntlet changes is stackable resources. Could be stackable. That's actually good. That's a good fucking shout. Stackable resources is not a bad shout. They could do that. That would be massive. Alright, I didn't get a kebab. No, not today. Alright, cool. Summer sweep up. Worms Craigs. This is that new island. Looks pretty good. I've already got the levels, so we can go straight there. Very good. Good. Oh, it's a poll. Would you like us to introduce a new island? Wouldn't it be fun if we all voted no? Just like, nah, we don't want it. Back to the drawing board. New island. I don't mind. I'd vote yes. Unless everyone's voting no. If everyone's voting no, I'll vote no. I'm happy to do that. Happy to just fuck with Jagex and just be like, nah. And then they go back and then it's like a repoll of a new island. Otherwise, I'll vote yes. Well, I don't care about prep stackable. Would be nice, my damn hardcore tier 3 prep. Yeah, no, absolutely. I get that. Question the Mad Angel. Okay, very good. Very good, okay. Boss Arena, Throne, and Poos. What the hell are the Poos for? Completing this quest unlocks a new repeatable boss encounter. Same one you'll face during the quest. The rewards are still being finalized, but you can expect a new weapon, teleport, unlock, and naturally a pet. Very cool. Don't really know what I'm looking at here. Would you like to see a new experience level quest, Fallen from Grace? Why don't we all vote no to this, and then vote yes to this? And this. Would you like a new repeatable boss encounter introduced as part of the... Yeah, that's fine. Of course. Absolutely. This new Slaymaster is dope. This is huge. This is probably going to get a fat yes from everyone. You need 70 Slayer and 100 combat or 99 Slayer to use him. Yeah, dude. Because after you complete a certain amount of tasks, you'll start seeing task modifiers. These are powerful bonuses that might include things like superior spawn chance, imbued heart, thank you very much. Skilling updates. So we've got making golems with goat hunting. Sandstone mining introduces a new mechanic, momentum, rewarding active and rhythmic gameplay. Okay, the rewards from this activity are still being finalized, however, we're aiming for it to be primarily focused towards XP. Uniques might include a main hand glass blowing pipe, new teleport, and unlockable second station. I like it. Very good. I'll vote yes to that. And we've got the goat hunting, which is pretty cool. What's this got for us? Rewards are still being finalized. Focus on Hunter XP. This activity will also provide goat fur for the golem crafting, goat horns, which no one uses, and of course, a pet. How would we not include Mr. McGroot? Yeah, I'll take another hunter pet. Why not? It's just more garbage I've got to fucking do, but who cares? Would you like to introduce goat hunting? Yeah. I'm going to vote yes to that. That sounds good. Not a bad little island. Fish and Trawl already has a momentum activity bar. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? So it's not new? I always vote no on everything, so let's do that. Alright, Flyback, I'm with you. Now, the graveyards. This is a new quest. Call to Adventure Ring. I don't want to... we don't need that shit again. So, it's a new chapter to Olaf's quest. Oh, okay. Pandemonium, Fremenic Exiles. Here we go, boys. Sailing. We're in. Agility, woodcutting, and fletching. Agility XP, don't need it. I need runecrafting, sailing XP, though, so I'll take those. And 150k XP in Prayer, which is massive. I don't know why they put attack, strength, defense, hit points on there. If you're not doing Prayer, you've got brain damage. Access to the graveyard. So should we introduce a new master level quest, the graveyard, sequel to the Feminic quest series? Yeah, perfect. Cool. What is the graveyard? What is that? Should we add a new agility update alongside the graveyard? Oh, is it just an agility course, is it? I'm not here to spoil any details. Alongside the graveyard, we're also planning to release a new agility training. Oh no, it's okay, it's in addition to it. Okay, well, yeah, sure, I don't care. That's fine. The bingo system is here. Bingo system looks good. To clarify, this does not include any of the XP booster rewards like your head and Gridmaster. Of course, anyone that thinks it does is an idiot. Yeah, create a bingo system because it makes it way easier for me to do shit, man. When are they polling goat fucking? I think that's in the polls now. No, they made such a joke. OSRS is unhinged as fuck. Wait, what joke did they make? Did I miss a meme? Kind of funny that they had a cuck joke in the official YouTube channel that you'd probably get muted for saying in the GE. Nah, you wouldn't. Nah, you wouldn't get muted for saying that. PvP tutorial. Okay, so this is Frame's suggestion, where it helps you practice with PvP. And what's this video? Did we watch this video in the past? Okay, it just takes us to that timestamp. Okay. Switch your overhead praise in response to opponents' gear switches, including fake switches or fakies and sneaky weapons like the Void Waker. Switch your equipment to hit your opponent with a style that they're not protecting against. Eat different types of food on the same tick, more commonly referred to as combo eating, so you can top yourself up quickly in case of incoming damage. How to utilize special attacks in PvP, including so-called one-tick specials and combinations with staple weapons like the G-Maul. Escape from attackers utilizing snaring or freezing. Combine all the above into a challenging and risk-free encounter for you to return to whenever you like. I really hope this is good. I think it sounds good on paper, but I want to see it in practice, to be honest. I do want to see this in practice. It sounds good on paper, but there's no way in fucking hell that, in my opinion, that people are going to do this and be like, I'm ready for the wilderness, and then you're going to go out there and start risking your fucking gold. You're going to do this and you're going to go LMS to get a fucking rune pouch, and then you're going to go back to the fucking main game. I guarantee it. I think. But I would love to see it work. I think this is going to be interesting. I hope I'm wrong. I've not seen Jagex successfully bring players into the PvP fold yet to that caliber that people expect it to. Hope the cosmetics are decent. If they're decent cosmetics, that'd be great. People would love that, yeah. For sure. I think the boss is going to be interesting with it. I want to try that. It's going to be really good. Mobile updates are just basically Rune Light on mobile, which is good to know. So now let's go to the Fractured Archive. I've never watched a No Monkey Pop tutorial. PvP tutorial. Well, I wouldn't. He got fucking smoked today hard by EVscape. He got absolutely fucking destroyed. He looked like shit in there. People are talking up No Monkey's skills, saying he's going to be like the next big thing. He got fucking folded on his own ping in his own clothes while he was wearing them, mate. It was crazy. And then he fucking dodged my call out. I wouldn't watch that shit. I'd be fucking careful. Send you backwards. They never made no effort to teach people PvP. Not to this extent, no. I'd say not. I mean, they tried to hint at it with Scurious. They tried to encourage people going there with the singles plus bosses and LMS, but yeah, I don't know. Did Vank explain why he won't fight you? Not yet, no. No, not yet. Okay. August, we're going to get Fractured Archives at the moment. As is always the case, with a raid, we're going to be a little light on details so we don't spoil things and undermine your day one excitement. But we've got some behind the scenes clips to share. So we got fucking Bork and Smork, the boys. I think they look fucking sick. Yeah. Looks pretty dope. Gonna be a fun little fight there. And then we've got no sound, but some animations. Good. Alright, so we've seen that they've got some animations. Cool. While they might not be the brightest bunch, don't underestimate these foes. They're sure to test your coordination and your footwork, so bring your comfiest shoes to tango or risk being utterly crushed by Bando in Bando's name. Crushed, guys. Inquisitors. Keep an eye on it. You might also remember the Archive Guardian, who we showed concept art of in the last time. Wasn't there a full Justy boss as well? This ancient being is the raid's first encounter. Okay, so Archive Guardian's first, of course. More welcoming than you might expect. The Guardian will literally roll out a red carpet for you, in a sense. Yeah, the red carpet of fucking fire, dude. I hope he's way bigger than that. I hope he's like 5x5, like bloat size. What do you think they meant saying the goblin bosses are in one of Guthic's less lucrative rooms. Optional bosses? No, it won't be optional. It was just less lucrative treasure, wasn't it? Or maybe like tighter room. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. There's the fucking fire. Very good. Outside of the raid itself, we're also getting ready to share our first rewards proposal with you in a blog releasing in mid-June. So next week we're going to get... Next week is Summer Sweep Up. Week after is Reward Blog. Week after that is Blood Moon Rises. So we've got 3 weeks of content coming up. We already have the numbers and ideas together. We're just putting the finishing touches on some concept art so you can really envision how they might look and feel, which is just as important as any damage calculation. Having an absolute blast working on the Fractured Archive and can't wait to share more. You'll certainly have your fair share of opportunistic opponents to take down so that you can preserve Guthic's most precious collection. We're excited to work with you all and figure out which of these prized possessions you might be able to walk away with yourself. Maybe you fight the bosses and you can be rewarded per room, and depending on what sort of reward you want to roll for, who knows? They might do something like that if they're referring to like lucrative rooms. I don't know. Additional regions. So the third world's getting access, but I'll take Singapore, which isn't third world, I guess. Singapore's good for me, very good. Game Jam, our next Game Jam is just around the corner. If you're new to old school RuneScape, no one cares. So what are we doing for Game Jam? I don't mind these Game Jam requests. In the past, we've seen quests, functionality updates, back-end process developments, and audio exploration, and much more. We always say that we have a project, when a project has been done for Game Jam, it might never make it to the game. While this will always be the case, this Game Jam we're looking to focus on smaller projects that can pretty much be wrapped up in the 2-week period, so that we can introduce them to the game in a more satisfying time frame. I like that. Very good. As usual, we will share the projects worked on in the blog, but we wanted to set the expectations this time around. Okay. We don't anticipate any huge pieces of content like high-level quests or purely... Alright, no gives a fuck. Deadman All-Stars Live, we know that's happening. Runefest is happening with 6,000 people. That's going to stink, man. That's going to be fucking stinky. What did you think? Well, I'll let you know what I fucking think. I think we've got 3 weeks of content coming, vlogs. We're going to be getting information on... Yeah, like I said, what was it? Summer Sweep Up next week. We're going to be looking at that live and diving into it immediately. You don't want to miss that hot take immediately. Secondly is the week after that, Reward Blog, and did they say beta as well for Raids 4? At least the Reward Blog, which is big for us to get some insight on. It was just Reward Blog, right? Releasing in mid-June. Yeah, okay, so we'll probably get some sort of potential beta date then. So that's happening. And then we have the Blood Moon Rises the week after. That's 3 weeks of content. That's 3 weeks of kicking ass over here. And all I can suggest to you guys is to, if you're in the YouTube chat, consider dropping a follow right there on that kick link there so that you don't miss a fucking thing. We'll be live on YouTube and kick for it. I'm going to be doing a massive drop party when we hit 10,000 kick followers. So not following is just coward shit. And apparently you're gay if you don't follow. So that's why Flyback unfollowed but watches full time. He just needs to make sure that he's #1 gay. But until then, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up the blog. And I think overall, yeah, I think underwhelming is probably fair for a lot of people. I don't think it's completely underwhelming. I was expecting more from the raid side of things. Very little. Like, it's just 2 bosses they gave us. I mean, we knew that they were working on it, and we knew it was coming. We knew they were ahead of schedule. I like that they're promising it before December. Coin flip tomorrow, Common. Let's do that tomorrow. Then you've got the bingo system. I am kind of keen for. I hope it works well, because then we can just push those. The graveyard's a nice surprise. Blood Moon Rises, of course. This island does look better than I thought it was going to be. I like this Slaymaster a lot. I am keen for that. Just the raid won't be pushed back. Look, before this came out, before the campsite was even announced, it was confirmed by JMods that they are ahead of schedule, they're on track, and it's looking good. The only thing that would really push back the raid release would be if people are really upset and not sure about like the rewards or some sort of concept that Jagex pushed through. I think they're funneling a lot of their resources into this, which is also why you're getting just a lot of like vanilla, plain, sailing updates for the past 6 months. I think that's kind of where it's at the moment. Slaymaster idea is really good. I like the Slaymaster idea. Engage Osprey. Thank you very much for the 12 months on YouTube, man. I really appreciate that, dude. You're a champion. Thank you, sir. So I think it's gonna be fine. I hope. I don't see why they would suffer with that front. But there you go. That's the blog. Wowza. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.